Right, hello. This is an interesting one that we're going to be spawning into here. Catching up kind of midway through what is already been going on. Let's just add a new image real quick. Why won't it let me save the image? There we go. Try again with currently where we're at. Why is it not saving? Oh, we're stressing out. We are stressing out. It's not saving. I think it's because Jazz has got some fancy software that I do not have. But we are going to be joining up into a little Sakura Grand Final halfway. Well, I say halfway through. Not quite halfway through, but almost, as you're going to be without my face momentarily, as we're just going to put that on there like so. Oh, that's not what we want to do. We want to move that back to the top. Then put my face cam, my Swede, back on top of that. There we go, that's a bit better, isn't it? That looks better. Let's just fix up some little bits, like that being shortened. And it is currently 1-1 in the map set. I'm not sure which team won which map. Well, we will find out from Jazz very shortly. He's very kindly even made the graphic and everything for me. So we'll be able to go back in. So we have just missed out on a gridlock search. But we're going to be heading in straight away to map number 3. That's going to be a Den Overload, and with it being a best of 7 on both teams currently, winning 1 map each, we are going to be going straight into what is going to be a Den Overload. Okay. We're just going to put the team names the right way round in the Codcaster, and then we are ready to go from there. We're going to have Peachy, uHauls on team 2. We're going to have Inglorious. It's going to be our team 1 for this series. Peachy. And then team 1 is Inglorious, who I'm just... Inglorious something. What is Inglorious Lunerya? I don't know. Something along those lines is a bit of a techie name for me in trying to figure out at this time of night, but we are in the game nonetheless. And players, thank you very much for holding off. Ready to get things going. Now in our Sakura Advanced Higher Bracket Grand Final. Wow, that's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? The Academy Higher Bracket Grand Finals. Although I've got the joining game session bug where I'm just constantly joining game session. Let's try again. And then we'll be ready to get going with probably at least 3 more maps. It's basically going to be like a best of 5 for us, really, joining in after the first 2. It's going to feel a bit strange. But here we go, joining game session. Come on. There we go, we're in. We are in. Yeah, I'm going to just say Inglorious, Shannon. I'll be honest, it's definitely going to be a lot easier on me to just say that. That is what we will do, and I need to get the tunes on in the background for when we are not in games. Oh, there we go, that's loud in my ear. Right, it properly is a tongue twister, isn't it? Inglorious Lunerya. And I have got word that Inglorious are the team that did win map number 1. And it is then indeed going to be Peachy then that took the S&D map number 2. So let's just get those logos in like so. There we go. So the graphic is now updated. Alright, Ted, I've literally just got the music working and playing, but we are going to be skipping now. But we're going to skip the song not only because you've redeemed it, but we are actually going to be heading into a game of Call of Duty then, ladies and gents. So we're going to be going to a Den Overload, map number 3, as we are seeing somebody's leveled up their sniper to level 250 and absolutely showing it off, which is completely fair enough. Who is this that's going to be doing that? I'm not sure. But it is 1-1 map count. Busraaa. Busraaa is the one that is YYing their head off, and she's going to have that lovely camo, but is she going to put it to good use here? Sliding out towards mid. It's going to spot Leah and does actually get the first blood there, Busraaa. So Inglorious is going to be the first team that try to get coverage up on the map. They're being pushed up, or being pushed back now, the Peachy girls. As we're going to see, Inglorious instantly pick up that overload ball, and they're just going to start to wrap it to the right hand side of the map. The cap looks like it's going to come through, and it is, with Busraaa picking up 1 on the fight to make that 2 before finally being traded out by Kyloraa. But Peachy, very early on in this game, already 1-0 down, 40 seconds in, and the stuns are already through. It looks like it's going to be a relay capture through, and it is exactly going to be that, with Yoozna and Busraaa. Again, more kills coming through from the pair of them. Busraaa with a 4-1 start, and it's going to be Leah that has to try and shut her down. She does well to get the initial pick, but doesn't get the second kill there onto Gotagurl. You can see now Peachy asking the questions of Inglorious's defense, but so far Gotagurl has been able to answer all 2, make that 3 now as she gets the 3 kills, and is able to now help Megumi pushing up through the front of the time. It's going to be 3 captures in the first minute and 15 seconds. Inglorious not wasting any time now. Peachy uHauls backs against the wall, and it's not looking good for them so far. You know, only a combined 8 kills in the first minute and a half, and you look on the other team, you've got 2 players almost at 8 kills. 3-0. Meaning the EMP resets back to mid, and again it is going to be Inglorious that kind of get the ball and just trying to get the map pressure up, but it's Blondiee who gets 2, almost snaps onto Meg for the 3rd, but Megumi is going to pick it up. She does have a Hellstorm in her pocket, which, considering she's only just got her first 2 kills off the game, that is quite impressive. But we're going to see yet again Inglorious trying to bring up this ball to the right hand side of the map. I mean, Yoozna's just trying to sneak through, not quite able to do so. Busraaa, though, in a big 1v1, wins it, slides the ball in, and what was that, 2 minutes? Peachy uHauls already 1-0 down now. To the side of Inglorious. Very efficient capturing, and if you see a second round anything like that, that could be the quickest overload I might see all year. There's Jazz and Rourke. Peachy girls in full force. Meg's here. Meg, do you reckon they're screaming dead? They do a little dead. Which Megano or Megumi? Which one's louder? You tell me. That's a poll for the chat. But going back to the game at hand, Peachy uHauls off the back of their map 2 win on the gridlock search. Backs are massively against the wall here in this overload. It seems like the Inglorious team off the kind of first 2 minutes. That's all we have actually seen off these 2 teams. Maybe a respawn dominant team with Yoozna again, 9-2, makes that 10-2 now. Picking up another gun, goes for the chow, wins the chow as well. I really hope for Blondie's sake she was tagged up by somebody else. There's no way in which kind of that gunfight should be going against her, but Inglorious don't waste any more time. 30 seconds in yet again, 5-0 now, and they're all in front of Yoozna. I think almost everyone on this team has actually got a Hellstorm. Busraaa gets a 3 as we come off of her. She's looking for the 4th. He's going to get it with the knife as well. And look what they're doing to the Peachy uHauls. Actually, Inglorious that have called the U-Haul van and trying to get this map 3 removed. Because look at what they're doing. The spawn trap is set up pretty well. Peachy have no real answer for this side. And it's not an easy one at all. But 6-0 down. It's technically not mathematically impossible. But it might be the biggest upset of the history. Off the history. Oh Christ, you can tell I've just come off a best of 5 myself, can't you? There's no words. Just pure vomit coming out of my mouth. But Peachy's initial push there was shut down straight away. Inglorious able to regain the ball and start to now wrap through their own spawn and try and get pushed up towards this B side of Peachy again. 2 kills, got to go. Megumi coming through with them both, and there's the capture coming through off the back of the 3rd. Got to go. Looking for more in the spawn as well, but Peachy will deal with those Inglorious players pushed out. But it's 7-0. It is a bit like a cricket score at the minute. We've only had about 4 minutes of overload gameplay. 2 Hellstorms for the Inglorious Lunerya. We are going to see one invested now by Yoozna. Blondiee trading out Megumi through sofas though. So for the longest time in a while, we're going to have a bit of a stalemate, although the Hellstorm should be good. Oh, not quite able to bend it through the window for one there, but with Megumi pushed up into sofas, looking for the second one to Blondiee, not quite going to find the final bullets, as we are going to see Busraaa, the Erikaa Gotagurl, pistol only for her, looking to try and push through the front. Another Hellstorm invested. It's Megumi in the Hellstorm. All the Peachy players have to sit inside the sofas. That's going to enable the one player that has the ball in hand to push up. No, she's not. She's going to wrap back towards mid, and look at this. Sofa control is completely theirs. Are they going to try and take this towards A? That's exactly what they're going to do. It's going to come down to Leah at the back. Needs to be a good defensive hold. Some clean shots coming through, and that's exactly what she does. Peachy, hold on for another minute. Although it is now mathematically impossible for Peachy to win. It's just going to... Are they going to be able to stop the inevitable of Inglorious coming through and just kind of winning this map number 3? But there it is. Busraaa with her 4th capture of the game. Inglorious take the map in some substantial fashion there. Real statement. The first game that we are seeing casted today in this grand final. They have just played 2 in the best of 7 if you have just joined us and missed out on the introduction. But Inglorious looking good. And Yoozna there, 16-7, predicting the spawns well, and that's kind of what can happen on a den. She should be able to get those kills and get pushed up, and two of the Peachy players aren't going to be wanting to see that one back, are they? But ladies and gents, heading back on over then to the map set. Let's update it. So we have now got Team Inglorious. Although I can't find where this has just gone. Oh, that's why. They are going to be the team that take that map number 3 in a den overload. Pretty quick fashion. I think that was less than 6 minutes in total game time. And your Peachy not going to be too impressed. You need to make sure the head is kept. Don't want to lose your head too early on in this grand final. With it being a best of 7, it is obviously a lot longer than you see some other leagues. And kind of following that CDL format of it being a best of 7. Going all the way. There's still one more overload to be played, but with how good and how consistent the Lunerya side of Inglorious seem to be so far in the respawns, it could just be that they are a respawn team, and on the map 4 and on that map 6 potentially, should we be pushed all the way there and Peachy winning another search, maybe that will prove that they are just too dominant across that game mode. But kind of in the waiting for this map to get going, if you're Peachy, maybe just get into the firing range, shoot a few bots. You don't really want to be thinking too much about that map. You kind of want to just shrug it off, pretend it didn't happen, and go again, as they know they can take a map. They've already shown they can do it once. But they're going to need to do it again here, and we are going to see a host change going into the map number 4. So bear with us as we're going in. Let's hope the team names stay the right way around. They're not. Are we met? C is a potential threat. Predictions live in the chat, so if you want to put some of your piston points on the team that you think is going to win it. Get it going. We're going to be having to really kind of focus on Peachy at the start of this map, number 4. Can they claw back some momentum and up that slaying power and try and compete with the Inglorious, especially on a map like Colossus here? Right, ladies and gents, we aren't going to have to wait too much longer. The players are ready. The countdown is countdowning. Map number 4, Colossus. With the subs on the Peachy side. So Kyloraa is going to be one of them, and the other one's going to be in the hands of Blondiee. So these are the two players that, especially on a map like Colossus, you're going to be focusing on. But everyone's kind of forgotten about that time at the minute. Although Blondiee is looking like she's going to be the first one to touch the time, and Peachy with the first points on the board, but immediately got to go after their first kill on that P3 pinch is going to be able to pick up one on the time. looking for more through the front of it, and that's exactly what she's going to get. Another kill. 3 streak already for her. Leah, the only person on this Peachy side to start things off that has a kill behind her name, but there it is. The Chow's coming through the front. Leah and Erikaa all channeling through the front door. It's going to be Busraaa and Megumi, though, coming in through that balcony from the statue side of things. It's going to take over the time, but only momentarily, as Blondiee comes in from the front. This rotation to New is slightly open at the minute, as Leah's going to be the first one towards it for Peachy, but is able to get one. The trade's need to come through, and the trade does come through. Kyloraa is able to win a huge one there round to the back, but again, instantly traded. The Inglorious Lunerya side not giving up their initial lead that they got on that P1, just about keeping on to it, as it was 18 apiece going on to this rotation. But are they going to read that Leah has been able to slide in through the back of the time? She's able to block those back spawns, but it doesn't matter at the minute because all the Inglorious players are spawning the Peachy all the way deep towards that P4 side. Yoozna thinks she's blocking, but here we go. Leah is going to get her first gunfight through, and there goes down in the back. So Peachy, if they're able to get these kills through the front of the time as well, they can be able to collapse, and they are going to flip those spawns now. So it's just Erikaa through the bottom of this X-ray tunnel, but she's going to opt to reach out. She does reach out now, but it's too late as Bursaa's already in. Shoots the barrel, shoots the player. The barrel is going to blow up. It's not going to be good for any kills, as Leah is the final Peachy player, but she is dealt with as Inglorious come in with the remaining 10 seconds. And they're already thinking about that rotation towards the new hill. The bullets are coming through. Good shots there from Busraaa. Able to shut down Kyloraa on that rotation. Sees more, though, coming through. Is tagged up by multiple players. Peachy able to hold on to this initial time, and that is a slow 4 down now. They're spawning up, making the Inglorious players spawning 2s, but they've not red. They're going to be spawning towards yellow. Still thought they were spawning blue, and actually they were right. They're spawning both sides of the time now, so that's going to throw them off a little bit as the split spawns come through, and the trades are efficient. They're back and forth, but Inglorious finally get 2 kills unanswered by the Peachy girls there. What is really important here, with still no trophies into the game, it's all going to be about those uHauls. Cook those frag grenades onto the time and onto those head glitches and those spots where you know the Inglorious players can be pushing from if you're Peachy, because you need to hold as much this time as possible while you're not spawning in that favourable side for P4. And again, losing another big kill on rotation. Inglorious, they seem to kind of have that early rotation. The slaying power yet again this map is kind of in favour of Inglorious. You're seeing them already outslaying by 11 kills total on the map, so that's 30-second point lead is kind of really from those extra kills they're getting. They're also making sure that they have those initial spawns in the time there, but it's going to be Kyloraa trying to have through the back. He's trying to get a little bit mixy on the time and sees 2. It's going to make it 3 players on the time, but it's dealt with from Busraaa coming in from the back. It's just blocking through yellow there, but as we said, trophies not part of the game just yet, as Blondiee gets all 4 on the hill. 2 with an A, 2 with a gun, and she's now going to be looking for more, and might have even seen the player on the back head glitch, but he's going to fall to Megumi, who bides her time well, just kind of waiting for the overchow to come through, and there's a good break through the front from Peachy, but instantly answered by Inglorious. However, the spawns now for the remaining 30 seconds look to be in Peachy's control initially. It's going to be Leah again with another big 2 there, up to 13-9 for her, and Kyloraa. I keep saying it differently every time I say it. Someone's going to have to tell me how to say that name properly, but she's coming through, and Peachy able to pick up the remaining 10 seconds, or not, because Megumi rips them off the statue. But there we go. The time still contested. I mean, good shots there from Kyloraa to pick up that final kill, and Yoozna, last one live. All 3 of her teammates have fallen. Peachy starting to kind of work their way back into this game now. We're only down just shy of 30 points, 25 to be exact, off of these kills. But look at this, letting Busraaa get pushed up and slaying out. It can be a dangerous game if you are Peachy. Something kind of between these two sides is a real notable difference so far. It's kind of the nade kills. We've seen a lot more nade kills coming through if you're Peachy than from Inglorious. So maybe it's a mixture of the uHauls choices from Inglorious that maybe aren't being too good. We see Megumi there has got both her nades. Same for Busraaa off spawn. So it could be that, or maybe the Peachy players have just gotten more efficient trophies down in the right places that are just intercepting those Peachy uHauls beforehand. But the remaining 10 seconds looks to be pretty much uncontested if you're Peachy uHauls, although Erikaa might fall from slightly giving too much of her shoulder away. He's going to get those remaining 3 seconds, so it's all going to be down to this push towards P2. Some unfortunate shots really from Blondiee there. I feel like she probably should have picked up that kill in the back, and from there 3 players all fall. Peachy through the front of time. Need to shut them down. And again, it's Inglorious on this P2 of a really strong hold. It's got to go. It's kind of blocking those P1s, making sure the players can't get out and that they're all funneling down that one lane. And as soon as they do funnel towards that one lane, it's now going to be Busraaa on time. There's two. Busraaa almost with another 3-piece coming through. But it's Blondiee on a 3 streak with 2 of her own there. Makes that 3. Is going to soak the remaining 20 seconds for her team, hopefully. And again, Peachy uHauls, they're still in this game, should be able to pick up this remaining time. They're kind of conceding the first 25 to 40 seconds on each hill, but picking up that scrap time to keep them in the game. But they are going to need to look to get those early rotations at one hill, or maybe be the team that gets the majority hold, as they cannot rely on their breaks too consistently, especially when Inglorious are massively outslaying the Peachy uHauls. Yoozna with a pre-fire. One player was able to be shut down, but look at that, it's Leah kind of sneaking through the back on that Godheady towards Yellow, who's able to get 3 players all at the front of time. They're going to be spawning out now, especially with Gotagurl, the last one alive, has also fallen. Blondiee gets the info onto the stun pick, but isn't going to check it. It's so distracted by this player through the front, but it's Yoozna kind of playing a slow chow through tunnel. But from here now, the opening pick goes in favour of Inglorious. Are the trades going to be efficient, and will Peachy be able to break back? Not quite. Erikaa through the front of time. Gets some good damage down, but hasn't got too many kills next to her name. But there's a big one there to win the scrap time yet again. Peachy kind of keeping in the game, going 50-50 on a lot of these hills. Just losing out on the first 20-30 seconds. Keeping it a bit scrappy, but picking it up from the rest of it. And yet again, we've seen Inglorious rotating towards this new hill. A lot of ARs on this map, aren't we? We've seen not too many NPC players. I feel like we've seen a lot more ARs. Maybe the 2 ARs from both sides, rather than kind of that typical 3 NPC meta that we're starting to see on Colossus now. With how good this NPC is since it came in over the Dravek. The Major 3. Again, first 20 seconds, a little bit of contest coming through from Peachy, but for the most part, Inglorious with the back spawns just soaking up all the time as well. Keep an eye on your minimap. Player 5 is going to be pinching through P1. She's the only one left alive for her side, but she's picked up this time. Leah's able to get 3 and push to the time to help the Peachy girls out, and it's player 6 and 7 in the back spawn, and all the rest of them are now going to spawn out. Peachy dealing with them efficiently, and should they be able to pick up the remaining 15 seconds, they're going to narrow the lead to the smallest gap that we've seen for a little while now, at about 20 points. Leah on a 5 streak, looking to try and play towards Noob. That's a huge kill from Megumi in that sub on the rotation towards this P1, but it's going to be Peachy with that initial hold kind of onto this time. 20-point game it is exactly, as Busraaa gets the first and big important kill onto that P1 initial time. Four kills coming through. Busraaa with her 30th off the map, and Gotagurl and Megumi on a combined 5 streak now as well on this hill. A streak as well in the hands of Gotagurl could come in handy, especially when the Peachy girls are spawning towards that P2 side, so you can use that cruise to break that hill, maybe even get a player out the back spawns. Leah off the wall is going to tag one up, but not quite got enough damage to finish the job herself, as it's Megumi coming through the time. It's going to be able to shut down that initial push. Peachy uHauls needing 90 points to Inglorious's 50, roughly rounded. I haven't done the exact maths there, but you get the idea, as Yoozna still fighting through that old time. She's just putting the damage down from the back, making sure her team have those back spawns, and they've cleared it out. Not going to allow Peachy, I think it was Leah last time, that was just got through the back and was stopping those players from getting through, forcing the spawns out. But it can be won on this hill now. Inglorious have put themselves in a great position with those back spawns. You're seeing a pinch coming through as well, so that's going to be 3. There's only Leah at the front at the time. She's all by herself, so she hasn't got too much time to wait, but she has got to kind of bide her time, and she's going to get the bullets down as Erikaa comes in with the trade. Erikaa should be good for Tor, not quite the pistol blue. Not going to be in her favour now. 20 seconds. Inglorious, that is all you need. Megumi pushed out. Look at the beautiful spawn reach she's got here. She's just going to second guess it, seeing that no one is there. Now her and Busraaa together are going to be looking to combine to shut down this Peachy statue push, but it's Kyloraa through the front. She's going to get 2. Leah gets 1. Blondiee over the top is going to get the final player, and with 10 seconds left, it's now going to be a foot race to New. Inglorious cannot win off that old time, but Peachy cannot really afford to give them that initial time at this P3, but it's going to be 2 falling already. Leah, Kyloraa, last 2 alive. Laura's put bullets into all four of them, I think there. They've done well to get the first two. Make that three. Can they get all four? Megumi last gets a two-piece. They line up for her perfectly. 4 seconds is all that's needed. Megumi says, I'll call game. 36 and 21. Calls game with a three-piece at the end. Good dominance again in the respawn from the Inglorious girls. But Peachy, must be said, a much better showing from them. They are going to need to take this next map, going to a map 5 S&D, should they want to have a chance at winning your Sakura Grand Final Academy Higher Div. I definitely should have said those words in a slightly different order, but we're going to roll with it. Okay. I'm going to request Hannah, Jazz, Dan, can we make it a slightly catchier name on the tongue next COD? Next season for Sakura, please. But, as we said, with the Inglorious girls there coming out on top again, back-to-back maps for them. That does give them the advantage in our best of 7 for today. 3-1 map count in total. Just update the graphic and make sure we're not spelling Inglorious incorrectly, which I think I did just then, but we'll see. Predictions live, 2 minutes if you want to put some channel points and piston points on who you think is going to win that map number 5. Shall we try again, Jazz? 3-1 to Inglorious in your Sakura Grand Finals of your higher bracket of the Academy Division. No, we... Hey Siri. How is the best way to say this sentence? Sakura Grand Finals Academy Division higher bracket.
Here's what I...
It's not helped me at all. Right. That's not great. Hi, I'm casting a game of Call of Duty in the Sakura League, and it's the grand final of their Academy Division higher bracket. What is the best way to say that in one sentence?
Welcome to the grand final of the Sakura League Academy Division upper bracket. It's concise and sets the stage.
Well, I don't know if you heard it, but I've got an answer through, and I think that might be what we say. So we could say, welcome to the grand final of the Sakura League Academy upper bracket. No, higher bracket, isn't it? It's higher bracket. Alessa, in 30 seconds time, you'll be proud of me. You'll be proud of me. Sakura League Academy Division higher bracket. Sakura League Academy Division higher bracket. That makes a lot more sense. That does make a lot more sense. Right, let's hope the team name's the right way around, because currently, this is what I'm seeing. So, the lobby's bugged. I'm hoping the team is the right way around as we're going into the game. We'll figure it out, though. If they're not, we'll have to make do. It's kicked me out. Right. Brilliant. Daffodils. Right. Guys, I've been kicked out of the lobby. It's not letting me in the lobby. Leah, please invite me in. Thank you. Hello, Matthews. Been used up. I think it's on invite only. It's not letting me join off recents. I'm just whispering half the lobby now. Invite, please. I genuinely think they've just started the game. And I can't join it. No. Have we been GA'd? Blondiee, invite me! Blondiee! I don't think they're in the game yet. I can't get in. I can't get in. Any invites? They keep changing the host. So like the lobby code I had originally obviously wasn't going to work either. That's a good person to inf plus. You can't get in. It's like knocking on your neighbour's fence because you kicked the ball over. The neighbour's door because you kicked the ball over the fence is what I meant to say. Excuse me, can we have our ball back? Is abuse code allowed to cast? You're going delusional. Blondie's not. I've got Blondie stream up and they've not started the game yet, so that's the only thing we can kind of bank on, that the game has not started. Oh, we've got an invite, guys. We've got an invite. Yes, we're in. I think the team names might be the wrong way around, but I don't care. I don't care. We're in the lobby. We're not going to break it anymore. Right. We are officially in. I'm making the change today. They're making the pain away. So of course, with this being the best of 7, Inglorious now only one map away from taking your Sakura League Academy Division upper bracket grand finals. Higher bracket, almost. Close enough. Peachy needing to win the remaining 3 maps, and the only map they have won so far is Search and Destroy. That map 2, Gridlock, as you're seeing on your screen. So that's fill you with confidence. Maybe if you're a Peachy fan, player, supporter, lover, that they could come away now with this map 5, Scar S&D, and kind of start to kick things back on. Potentially last time we see a Scar S&D actually in the Sakura League for the game, with it being taken out of the updated map pool for Season 4. And the Major 4, shall we say. But, ladies and gents, after all the issues they're lobbying up, looks like we are ready to start. Although some of the girls are on the wrong sides, but we'll get that one fixed as we go into the map number 5. Not the final one though tonight necessarily in your grand final. There is potential that we see another 3 maps of Call of Duty. But as we go into the game now, have they put team assignment on? Because they have not. Dress, okay. So, back to the maps, there we go. We got a little bit baited by that. We're not going to be just ready for the game with the players all on the opposite teams to each other. We're going to have to wait a little bit longer. They're just teasing us. What's wrong with you? Sit in the box with the owners too. I think the team names are going to be the wrong way round here, so we will prepare to fix the graphic in game should we need to, as it looks like Peachy are actually going to be team 2 in this game, whereas they were team 1 in the last one. So, but I'm not risking backing out because, as you can see, Codcaster is lovely and broken, and there's no Codcaster button if you're not the host of the game. So you can't actually sit there and change the team graphic myself, which is a pain. Really, I should probably upgrade to have my own team graphic and not relying on the broken Codcaster. But here we are. But we're not going to have to wait too much longer. I've got a really itchy ear, I do apologise. As we're now heading into this map number 5. This is who's this again? This is the same person with the camos. YYs for 30 seconds. It's Busraaa. Of course it is Busraaa. Yeah, the team names are the wrong way round. So we're going to just watch Busraaa and what happens off the break as we kind of just fix these team names just real quick. Going to be shots coming through. It's going to be Leah that actually gets the first blood, though, even though Busraaa had a lot of shots coming through here. And Leah's got 2 in the round to start things off, so good work from her. She's actually got all 3 so far. Picks up the gun. Can she get the 4th? Almost gets the 4th. Busraaa, 5 HP and a dream. And a corner to lay in. She's not able to move away from that corner. Is Erikaa going to read it and spot her in that corner? Erikaa is indeed going to do so. Oh, as the hiccup comes through. A really bad time. And of course, on this screen when we're in the game, it is going to be the team that is the wrong way round. So Inglorious Lunerya in that round is actually Peachy. That is what happens when Activision don't care to fix their Codcaster setting and button or private matches. But Leah, with 3 big kills in a round, we actually missed all of them, sadly, but almost watched her pick up the 4th and kind of the most important kill of that round. But luckily for her, the trade did come through and Erikaa was able to win that one in the 2 versus 1 situation. And good round from the Peachy girls. Bear in mind they are 1 map away from defeat in your upper bracket grand final, as Busraaa yet again only one on this Inglorious side to have some kills so far, and she's currently on 3. Opening pick there, but instantly traded out as Blondie's able to work one in the round, but it's Kyloraa now as well that gets another. So another 2 versus 3. Numbers in favour of Peachy. Bomb is also down in a bit of a precarious spot though, so Gotagurl and Megumi are going to be holding it on the defensive side of things. Gotagurl is spotted first. The first shot goes into her, but she wins a huge fight there and is looking to try and pinch Blondiee through the top. They've got a pinch coming in, and the pinch comes through. Inglorious, a good defensive hold there, and kind of thanks to this lady here, isn't it? A big 2 from Gotagurl in that round. Able to shut down 1 down the bottom, and the pinch then worked in to come through. No food left on her plates in the calling card. She's not leaving any kills going on the map in that round either. 1 all. Nothing to split them this early on. But it does seem to be a much better kind of start to the map than what you saw of Peachy in that map number 4 in that Hardpoint Colossus, where kind of they were the second team to everything last game, whereas it seems to be they're getting a little bit more confident, a bit aggressive here. Is talking about aggressive. Leah and Busraaa into shop. Busraaa was able to win that one. Erikaa with a trade into P1, but again, instantly traded. Does this go again? Busraaa 5 and 2 for her side. Gotagurl with 1, leaves Blondiee in 1 versus 3. She's given up her position as well, trying to shut down that initial player. And look at these orange arrows, just kind of get aggressive and pushing up towards Blondie's side of the map. It's going to be just underneath her. The pre-fire comes through. I think Blondiee actually was in a gunfight with somebody else at the same time that Busraaa hopped up through the window, which so shuts her down off that streak with 30 seconds to go. Now makes it a 1 versus 2. Don't think she quite saw Yoozna, but will now. Yoozna doing well, playing her life. Gotagurl just going to sit on the gen corner and wait. Gotagurl insta child though. 1 shot on the gen is Gotagurl. She's got to go and try and chow them out, but Inglorious, good defensive round there, making sure they were looking over and supporting each other, not allowing Blondiee to win one-on-one gunfights and make sure it was a double chow or at least a bait and a switch, which it was in that case. Gotagurl doing amazingly to play her life down the bottom, although I did think for a second she was going to get picked off by Blondiee, and then Blondiee would have had info onto the last player there, which was Yoozna. But wasn't to be, and it's be the first offensive round win in the map we've seen from either team, and we're actually going to see a Scar S&D with 0 smoke grenades on the map, so no one has a smoke grenade on their class at all. Could that come to be a bit of a difference maker here, as again Busraaa is just getting super aggressive kind of with this sub either through shop or towards P2 in every single round, and 3 rounds now in a row she's able to get the first pick in the round. Peachy do answer 1 out, make that answering 2 out now. Megumi, Busraaa, last 2 alive. There was info onto where Megumi was, but as quick as kind of it was in favour of Peachy, it's now back in the favour of the Inglorious. And there it is again, 3 rounds on the bounce ever since Peachy opened up there. Kind of off the back of Busraaa getting those first bloods. Inglorious have been able to trade the kills efficiently. Not allow Peachy to get a grip of this game again. 3-1. Remember, if you just joined us, Peachy uHauls currently 3-1 down in our best of 7 in the Sakura Grand Finals Academy Division upper bracket or higher bracket. So if they lose this, it is going to be all said and done. As it isn't going to be Busraaa this round against the opening pick. It is actually going to be Gotagurl that shuts down Kyloraa, but there's a trade going through the opposite side of the map here, and Blondiee with some good shots to shut down the player through top. So it's going to leave Gotagurl and Busraaa, two kind of standout players for me so far in this map. And even in the series, especially Busraaa, how well she done in that overload and in this map 5 so far. Erikaa chasing her down though. A little bit of panic in the shot there, getting a shot off too early, but it's now Gotagurl 1 versus 2. Blondiee and Leah left alive, and Gotagurl could play some 1v1 chows. Here's her footsteps just above her head. Maybe has not got her headset turned up too loud. Gotagurl gets a big first kill. That's the NPC versus the AR for you there, ladies and gents. Leah 1 versus 1, and again Gotagurl NPC in hand. Peachy uHauls from a very winnable position of 2-1. 2 versus 1, sorry. Gotagurl finds the first pick. Able to get the kill. NPC up close against the AR. 3 gens. As soon as she does, same again. Slides into Leah, and Leah panics. AR up close, not going to do the damage when Gotagurl is not missing with that NPC in this map. That's a 6 streak and a Hellstorm earned for her now off the back of probably an assist or 2. Yeah, 2 assists, and she's got a plant off. So that's not going to be ideal for Peachy. You've really got to pull something out of the bag now. Can only afford to lose 1 more round. If they do lose 2, grand final is going to go in the way of Inglorious. And look at this, Busraaa, aggression, Yoozna, aggression, Gotagurl almost killed Kyloraa, only 20 HP. Leah's now being chowed out by 3 different Inglorious players. She's dead, and this Kyloraa 1 versus 4. Does do well to make it 1 versus 3 and find a pick, but look at these orange arrows. They're swarming her from every direction. 25 HP in a dream. Some shaky shots, the movement all over the place with both players sliding and jumping. It's hard to keep the track off, but 5-1 now. Inglorious match and series point, ladies and gents. And look at this. MVP shouts for Busraaa. It's looking to be if she can help her team close one out here, and they've got 5 rounds to do so, and a Hellstorm in the pocket of Gotagurl as well. Yoozna only 2 and 4 in this game, kind of putting her feet up, letting her teammates crack on as she looks at the scoreboard and sees a combined 16 and 5, combined 8 streak, well 9 streak actually for the 3 Peachy girls, Inglorious girls, sorry, on the left hand side of your scoreboard. And again, look at this, Busraaa just sprinting. Leah though, this time pops that AR for a sub and is able to answer the aggression that is kind of being put on them by Busraaa, but it's got to go in that Hellstorm. So forces all the Peachy players, 3 of them inside the shop. This is going to go one of 2 ways. They all do stay alive. Hellstorm was not bent enough to go inside of that point. And look at this, Gotagurl caught, bombed down in the corner there. That's twice we've seen Gotagurl die in that exact same corner in this map number 5. But Megumi, shots coming through. Erikaa wins a big one. So Peachy now do win that. So Inglorious has 1 attempt. You've got 4 more still. They won't be panicking just yet, but they have invested the Hellstorm. And no more streaks going to be on their side. So they're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way, guns and roses rather than the streaks. Bear in mind, obviously, with it being the best of 7, should even Peachy come out on top, they still have to win 2 more maps. An overload, which wasn't a great look for them, and probably the girls won't want reminding of what happened in that overload should we be going there again. But on the offensive side of things now, this is kind of where they've struggled on the offensive side of things. The defense rounds are the ones they've won so far, and again, Leah tries to get aggressive onto Busraaa, but it's not going to come into play, and it all goes down on P2. Busraaa gets her 12th off the map, and Erikaa now 1 versus 3, AR in hand, bomb down, only a minute on the clock. Not an ideal situation at all, but she does have a nade should she need it. She made a good play on this pinch, but there's just nothing being given to her. These Inglorious players, apart from Busraaa, who is just sprinting around the map and just holding pre-aims. Busraaa gets spotted now, 1 versus 2. That gives the info to these other 2 arrows. You can see they both turned and are looking exactly in the direction of Inglorious Lunerya. is going to be spotted though. Megumi spots Erikaa. 30 seconds. Bomb is still down. Erikaa, a lot to do here. Going to start to push up towards this A-bomb now. 20 seconds. Timer ticking down. So he's got to go on the box. He's going to get the kill now. 1 versus 1. 15 seconds to go. Player 3, that's Megumi, just kind of playing away from the site. But the nade is going to land right on top of Erikaa. Erikaa chows and Megumi prevents the 1 versus 3. And Megumi makes sure that Inglorious Lunerya are crowned your Sakura League Academy Division upper bracket champions with a 4-1 series count. Only dropping that map to S&D to the Peachy girls. And I mean, when you look at the scoreboard, Busraaa with 12, that's kind of been the story of the last 3 maps that we've witnessed here on the cast today, that Busraaa really took that aggression to them, taking over some of the games and just got all the damage down on the map. But just to confirm that, having a look now at your map set here on the screen, it is all in favour of Inglorious. 3 maps on the bounce after a close series, 1-1 to start things off. You never know which way it could go from a 1-1 start, but GG's to both sides. Obviously top 2 of the Academy Division, even second place is definitely not anything to turn your nose up at, but Inglorious today did look to be the stronger side on those 3 maps we saw, and again, congratulations to them. I wonder, is there more Sakura action that is being played? There is still more Sakura action being played. I'm going to go and raid out. So if you're not kind of bored of Call of Duty yet and you still want to watch some more Sakura League, I'm going to head you over to Liv. She's currently doing the lower Academy Division Grand Final. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you for the follows and everything from there. But I'm going to hand you over to Liv, who is currently watching the lower tiers. They're in an overload, so maybe they're map 5 or maybe even map 6, I